All right, all right. What's up, guys? Good morning or good afternoon. It feels like morning because I'm just waking up. All right. We're gonna start with college basketball. We got a game starting in like 10 minutes. We got Minnesota. We got the Golden Gophers taking on Indiana. Recap of yesterday. Yesterday it was not a great day. Wasn't a bad day, but wasn't a great day. Luckily I bet extremely light yesterday, so that was a good thing. I had one 3 unit play, and I lost that, and then I kind of recapitalized off of another one, so I lost like a unit yesterday. But luckily I kind of stopped myself. I seen that I wasn't seeing the board great, so I kind of stopped myself. But we got a great card today. Very small, very easy to read. At least I think it is. But I know a lot of other people struggle with small cards. A lot of people like volume. I don't. So people are just, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But I definitely learned that I am a smaller card kind of guy, and I'm a smaller volume kind of guy. I rather bet bigger with a lot less plays than bet smaller with a ton of fucking plays. That's just me. Um, so yeah, let's get into this Indiana game real quick, and then we'll kind of go off. We're going to start with college basketball as we always do. Very small card today. We're not going to talk about every game. I'm only going to skip one game. I'm skipping the Charleston Southern South Carolina State game. I'm not going to go too much into it. It's telling me it's a South Carolina State game, honestly, with the line at a -135 against Charleston Southern. But that's just me. I'm a little confused on that game, a little confused on the line. Even the total's a little jacked up. So I think it's better to stay away from that game. I think I got a pretty clear read on the rest, though. So we got 10 minutes until this Minnesota Indiana game starts, and it's probably the biggest game of the night that people are probably wanting to talk about. So we'll jump right into it. We do got Minnesota getting 9.5 points. We got Indiana laying 9.5. We got a total at a 141. For some reason, they took the over off the board. You cannot bet the over on DraftKings right now, which is extremely weird. We do see money coming in on Minnesota here. The line, I seen it up to 11. I seen the line up to an 11. It's now at a 9.5. It's saying the line opened up at a 10.5. I don't know how accurate that is because I did see it up to an 11. But it looks like there's money coming in on Minnesota now. It looks like the people who bet initially to start the lines or start the movement uh, was all over Indiana. And now it kind of looks like the public is starting to kind of come in and bet Minnesota a little bit, which is surprising. I mean, Minnesota, they're not terrible, 6-4 on the year. Indiana's 7-2. Indiana's been a good team. I like Indiana here. Laying single digits is okay with me. They are on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're starting conference play. They're at home. It's a good way to start conference play, man. You get a home win to start your conference play is a great way to start your season. We've seen them, they have 2 losses. One against Louisville, which we've seen coming. You guys know we're super high on Louisville. So that was really not a bad loss in my eyes. I actually respect both of Indiana's losses. Their other loss was against Gonzaga. I mean, hats off to you, man. Good losses. But they have been really just dominating everybody else. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, Indiana is doing what they're supposed to do. They're playing the fundamentals extremely well. They're getting to the line. They don't turn over the ball much. I have very, very little I can complain about Indiana. Um, and like I said, they're just completely beating up the little teams like they're supposed to. Minnesota, they lost 3 of their last 4 games. I mean, they're not shooting well from the field. Let me see here. I mean, they just lost at home to Michigan State by like 20 points, man. Um, they don't have the offense. That's Minnesota's whole problem. Like, I don't really have to look at their numbers. I'm telling y'all right now, Minnesota just their offense is not there. It's not going to get. They need to fix it quick because they're going to get ripped apart. They are. Let me see. So they're only scoring 65.2 points per game. That's what they're scoring. Their defense is definitely their strong suit. I mean, but their defense is not bad, but when you're going up against an offense like Indiana, good luck, bro. Um, I like Indiana here at home. I think Indiana wins this game by 15 points. Easy game to start the night right there. I think Indiana rolls, man. Indiana rolls the Golden Gophers. All right, let's get right into it. All of our other games start at 7, so we got plenty of time. That was the only game I was kind of rushing to get on here with. Um, by the way, I do want to notify you guys about Plug Talk. Uh, I'm not. I'm never going to stop doing Plug Talk. Like, I'm never going to stop doing Plug Talk ever. I just really got to start, funneling my time onto what's going to benefit me. You know, like growing and I just got to find where I'm going to fit in, man. You got to find where you fit in, you know what I mean? I'm never going to stop doing Plug Talk, but I got to start putting time to other things. So I'm thinking about maybe starting to do Plug Talk late. Like, I don't know, probably like the times I kind of have been. You guys notice I've been doing Plug Talk later at night a lot. Um I want to try to start seeing like where I get more people to come on the show. Maybe I don't do Plug Talk every day. Maybe more people will show up if they know they can only, get Plug Talk like once every or like twice a week or 3 times a week or something. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do at this point. I really don't. So I'm just in the midst of trying to figure out like which way I'm going with all this and where am I going to focus my time and my energy, to make it best for me to actually start really growing and being where I projected myself to be, 2 years into doing this, you know? So, because I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, to be honest with y'all. I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. I do the same thing every day. I show up every day. I do the same thing every day. And obviously, if it's if you do the same thing every day and you're not seeing the results you want to see, obviously you're doing something wrong, right? So, and if you keep doing the same thing over and you get the same results, nothing's going to change if it don't change. So, I obviously got to change something, So, I don't know, I'll figure it out, man. But that I just wanted to give you all a heads up like I'm going to be starting to maybe pushing Plug Talk back a little bit or trying to figure out a different way to go about all this. Maybe join someone else. I've had people offer me to join their team and like join their shows and cap for their channels or whatever, and I denied them all because I respect my I respect myself and what I built, but at the same time you kind of got to be like, man, like what just benefits you. But at the same time I got my team that I'm not going to give up on, and they haven't gave up on me this whole time, so there's no way I can do that. But we definitely do got to start figuring out something, and I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for my guys too. We got to start figuring out something that's going to benefit us. All right. um Pennsylvania and VCU. So this was a tough one because I don't know if you guys seen this spread, but they got VCU as a 23.5 point favorite. And personally, I think that's a little crazy. Um, I think it's a little too much. I get they're playing VCU, I get the VCU name, and I get all that, but bro, we're talking 23 points here. That is a lot. I mean, that is a lot. And to be fair, so Pennsylvania 23.5. Here's another thing. They got a total at a 139 at a 139. This total opened at a 134, 133. Bro, like, y'all understand that? So a 22, so the line opened up at a 22 and a half in favor of VCU. The total opened up at a 133 and a half, right? And we are now looking at a 23 and a half point spread and a 139 total of the game. That is ridiculous. That is massive movement to this over. I do lean the over, but it's gotten way out of hand. So now we're kind of forced to look at Penn here. Penn has not been a good defensive team. So, why is the total was so low to begin with? I am worried about that with a VCU team who does shoot a lot of threes. But their shot quality is extremely low. Believe it or not, VCU has actually been they've been a really good rebounding team. That's where their advantage has been. But I don't know if you guys remember with the UConn game and a couple other games I told you guys about that I've really been noticing this year, which is known through college basketball, but it's been really like just I don't know, hitting different this year. When a team has a really big rebound advantage over teams that they're winning games and they play someone who has either the same rebound advantage or a better rebound advantage over them, they've been losing. Like, and I've been looking for that and been trying to find it. And honestly, the past couple times I've hit it pretty well. The last two games we hit it pretty well. This is another one. I think VCU is used to having big rebound advantages over a lot of teams, and they're used to being able to, just dominate the boards and get them fast breaks. And here, I don't think they're going to. Here, I don't think they're going to be able to force them turnovers the way they normally do. Penn is a very good team at not turning over the ball. Penn is a very good team at getting to the line and shooting free throws. VCU is a aggressive ass defense, man. They really are. So this is a physical, aggressive defense. So you're going to be putting Penn on the line a lot, right? Pennsylvania is going to be getting to the line a lot. VCU doesn't really have that big rebound advantage in this game. The books are already telling us that they're not thinking this is going to be that crazy of a high scoring game. The line opened up at a 131 and we're getting 24 points in our back pocket. I mean, it's almost impossible not to look at Penn here. So give me Penn. Not my favorite game on the board, but I definitely like Penn. And God, I wish we would have caught that 134. Because someone ate that shit alive. That when they opened that shit up at a 133 and a half, someone ate that total alive, which was the right move. The over 133 and a half was probably the play of the night, honestly, in my opinion. That was probably the play of the night. But at a 139, we might be pushing it. All right. 7 o'clock. We got Hofstra taking on Norfolk. So this is another one. So Norfolk laying 4.5 here. You got Hofstra getting 4.5. Um, I'm not quite. I don't understand this line. I mean, I'm still taking Hofstra here, but I am a little nervous. You got a total of a 133 here, so another lower scoring game. It's favored to the over. But we're getting plus 170 with Hofstra here. I mean, that's hard to pass up. We know NSU is, this is obviously a bit of a revenge game because last year, Hofstra beat the shit out of them at the end of the year. I remember that game. Hofstra beat the shit out of them at the end of the year. They lost by like 19, 20 points in that game. So I don't know if Norfolk still remembers that or whatever, but I'm sure they do. Because this Spartans team, my problem with them is they don't defend the perimeter, right? They are a terrible fucking 3-point shooting. I mean, terrible at defending the perimeter. They can't guard the three. And we have not really seen a great offensive start from Hofstra, but their defense is super underrated, right? Hofstra's defense is super underrated. And normally you don't see that from the Pride. Normally the Pride is a 3-point shooting team that is fast and they care about offense. This year is not the case, man. They kind of got off to a slow start on offense, and they are really stepped up on defense, which is unusual for Hofstra, but it's really good in a situation like this because they're on the road getting points, and I think they have the much better defense. And on top of it, believe me, Hofstra still got them sharpshooters, man. They really do. They still got them sharpshooters. And I think in a game like this, I think we're going to see them because Norfolk is not going to be defending the three at all. And if Hofstra starts landing some of them threes and they play the defense that we have been seeing, Hofstra wins this game. So I love the 4.5. That I don't really like. I'm not all in on because I think there's better spots like talking about the NFL and NBA tonight, because tonight's college basketball card is very slim pickings. But out of all the underdogs on the board today, obviously Hofstra is the one that I can see winning straight up. I mean, 170 is not bad. I like Hofstra. I think they're my dog of the day today. Honestly, I didn't do the video, but if I were to do a video, Hofstra would be my dog of the day. If not Hofstra, probably the Raptors. All right. The last game that I want to talk about is Abilene Christian playing Baylor. Um, I know we're kind of on a lot of the underdogs so far, but the two big favorites on tonight's board, the two popular favorites on tonight's board are the ones we're taking. Obviously, Indiana and Baylor. I like Baylor a lot here. So this game reminds me of a game that we actually backed Baylor last time with, and they had a big spread. It reminds me exactly of the Sam Houston game. I mean, that's exactly what this game reminds me of. I mean, you got Abilene Christian coming in, getting 25 points, Baylor laying 25. We got a total of 140.5, slightly favored to the over. I mean, this looks like a big number to get with a ACU team who is known to put up fights and they throw fits against bigger teams sometimes. But I'm telling you, man, this game really mimics that Baylor versus Sam Houston game. Baylor hit 14, bro. 14 three-pointers against Sam Houston. Okay? And yes, Sam Houston can't defend the three, but guess what, bro? Neither can Abilene Christian. Christian is the second worst three-point defensive team in the entire nation. And you're going against Baylor. Baylor is they're ranked top 50, but in my opinion, Baylor just hasn't got that kick going. Baylor is a top 25 three-point shooting team in the nation, in my opinion. They are top ranked three-point shooting team, hands down. This team is full of shooters, man. And you're playing an Abilene Christian team that does not even know what the perimeter is. And we seen, like I said, Baylor hit fucking 14 threes against Sam Houston. And Sam Houston's defense is not much better. Maybe not even. I think they might honestly be the first. They might be first in the nation at defending the three when it comes to worst team defending the three. But their overall physical defense is better than Abilene Christians, if you ask me. But when it comes to defending the three, not so much. But I do still see that Baylor is going to be able to get it any way they want. I think they're going to be able to get it in the paint. They're going to be able to get it from the three. The only way that I see Abilene Christian, there's two ways that I can see Abilene Christian covering this number. And it's a big number. It's 25. It's the biggest spread on the board. The only way that I see them covering this number, truthfully, is if they come out here and put up 80 points, right, which is most likely to happen out of the two, or they force 35 to 40 turnovers. That's the only way. There is no other way Abilene Christian covers this number. They are literally going to have to put up 80 something points, or they're going to have to force anywhere between 30 to 40 turnovers. There's no other way. I mean, there's a reason why Baylor is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the nation, or they're going to be. This team, they first of all, they break the press extremely well. right? If you watch tonight's game, you'll see it. They break the press really well and they take care of the ball. They take care of the ball. They don't turn that bitch over. Um, and Abilene Christian's going to be in a lot of trouble tonight because I'm telling you, it's just going to take 1-3 to fall. And I think it's going to be like an avalanche. I think after that, after the floodgates break, I think it's just going to be all threes for the rest of the night. I think Baylor's going to see that, okay, we can get whatever we want from the perimeter. We're going to put them up. And I think they're probably going to put up anywhere between 25 to 33s tonight, if not more. If not more. So I'm all over it. I like the Bears here. I think they absolutely rock these boys. Right now, they are the 45th best in the country right now from behind the arc. 45th best. Defensively, they're not the greatest. We know that about Baylor, but I still like this team a lot. And we know their free throw shooting needs work. But like I said, man, in a game like this, I think they get whatever they want in the paint and from the three. Baylor really did get bet up. They opened up at a 21, so we did miss a number, but I still like them here, man. So give me Baylor in this one. All right, we're going to go to the NBA. Damn, y'all, I'm not even using the things that I wrote for y'all. That's crazy. We just started talking. All right, so we got the Raptors. Let me see here. We got the Raptors taking on. Oh, I gotta put it up on DraftKings. I know they're taking on the Knicks. So we got the Raptors playing the Knicks. It looks like the Raptors are laying 7. What did I put down? 7. All right. So it didn't change in that little bit of time, which I'm surprised. Um, so we got the Raptors taking on the Knicks. The Raptors are getting 7 points here at home. The Knicks are laying 7 here. We got a total of 231.5. Slightly favored to the over. Looks like the Knicks are a minus 290. Raptors are a plus 235. I mean, this was easy. I'm not backing the fucking Knicks, bro. I'm not doing it. It makes no sense for us to back the Knicks tonight. None. You know, the Raptors just lost to the Mavericks, uh, which now makes them what 7-17 on the year. But what is this team against the spread? I mean, seriously, they're up there, man. They are up there. They are. They are. Why can't I find it? All right, they're 16-8. They're 16-8 against the spread, and we have the Knicks sitting at 14-9 on the year and 11-11-1 after that loss they took to the Pistons. Because they were just on that really big homestand. They were at home for quite a few games there, and they ended it with a loss to the Pistons. And that's what I mean about the Knicks, right? Right there, bro. Look, just when you think, okay, man, Knicks are looking like something, bro, they go ahead and lose to the fucking Pistons outright at home, nonetheless. Um, so I can't trust the Knicks, especially as a road favorite. Looking here, the Knicks 4-6 against the spread. They are 4-6 against the spread as a road favorite. That last road trip was rough. They beat the Nuggets, which I was on the wrong side of. We remember that show very well. At least I do. I don't know if you guys do. I was talking hella shit on the Knicks, and I was like, "You can't go into fucking Denver." And the line told us, right? The line told us that was a Knicks spot because remember I was bitching. I was like, I don't know how the fuck they keep disrespecting the Nuggets, and the Knicks beat them. But that same road trip, they lost outright to the Jazz, which is completely unacceptable. Guys, I'm dead ass serious. The Jazz have to be one of the top three worst teams in the NBA right now. They have made my shit list, bro. They are right there. Like they have made the shit list. The Jazz are awful. They're right there with the Wizards in my book. So you lost outright to the Jazz as an 8-point favorite, right? The Knicks did. Then you get your ass beat by the Mavericks, and you only won by 1 point versus the Hornets in Charlotte. I mean, dude, you don't know what you're going to get from this team on a nightly basis. The Raptors are consistent, man. This team is consistent. So the Raptors, they live as an underdog. Y'all know this. The Raptors live as a fucking underdog. And they are a very, very good home underdog. 9-3 against the spread this year as a home underdog. 9-3, and we're getting 7 points tonight with them. We seen them cover versus some really, really good teams. They covered versus the Mavericks. They covered versus the Nuggets. They've beat some really good teams outright as well. I think this is a night. I was telling the guys in my VIP already. This is one of my VIP plays tonight for y'all. RJ Barrett, man. Take him over. He is about to shit tonight. I'm telling y'all. This has his name written all the fuck over it, bro. I mean, this is the only NBA game on tonight. You could see a guy like Barrett or like even like Grady Dick, bro. He could come out and have a ballin' ass game. Scotty Barnes is back. Like, bro, I think the Raptors could win this game outright. I shit you not. I love RJ Barrett tonight. I think he has a huge game. I think Scotty Barnes or Grady Dick both can have a pretty big game, but my attention is going to RJ Barrett. I love his points tonight. I was thinking about maybe his PRA, but I think he just balls stupid tonight. It's either, in my opinion, it's either him or Grady Dick, either one. And I think I'd rather trust Barrett in a spot like this a little more than Grady Dick. There's no one on the Knicks I really want to trust here. No one. I mean, this is a big game only because you got to think these players know, y'all. They know that this is the only NBA game on tonight. This is a primetime game. I don't care if the NFL is on. The NFL is honestly, I think the NBA is putting out better product than the NFL. I swear to God. I really do. I think the NBA is putting it out. I've come to find myself liking watching the NBA a little more than the NFL this year. Like, it's just what it is. I think the NFL is getting worse, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm watching tonight's game, obviously. I'll be watching both. But I think the NBA is really competing with the NFL when it comes to product and viewers. I mean, that's what these guys care about. And honestly, the league knows that tonight, that this is the only NBA game. These players are going to show up. So you guys take your pick, but I am all over RJ Barrett tonight. He has scored at least 20 points in 11 of his last 13 home games. Um, I'm off Brunson. Brunson was my favorite player last year, and don't get me wrong, he still is. I love Brunson. I love watching him play. But the spark is gone. Last year he was making us a ton of money. He had that dog in him last year. This year it's gone. I don't even like watching the Knicks this year. Um, you know, so I don't really like anyone on there, but definitely target Barrett tonight. Maybe Scotty Barnes. I like Scotty Barnes' assists. It looks like Scotty Barnes has recorded 8 or more assists in the Raptors' last 5 games that he's played. So that's a good look. If you're going to take anything for Grady Dick, take his PRA because you never know where he's going to go. I mean, we kind of seen Grady Dick start grabbing boards. His points are always at a decent price. Tonight they're at a 15 plus at a minus 155, which is a little expensive. But I definitely like RJ Barrett tonight, man. That's where I'm going. So it's a VIP play for y'all. And I got one more VIP play for you guys in the NFL game. But we are definitely rocking with like I said, I like Scotty Barnes' assist tonight. and RJ Barrett's points. RJ Barrett's points are the VIP play, and we like the Raptors plus the points and the Raptors to possibly win this game outright. Um, NFL, and then I'll get you guys up out of here. All right, so we got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Dallas Cowgirls. Let's see what I got written down for this one. I think I only put the VIP play down. No, I didn't. I put down the under as well. All right, so let me explain myself on this. So we got the Bengals laying 4.5. We got the Cowboys getting 4.5 here at home, might I add. We got a total of 50.5. Favor to the under. The total is going up. Bengals minus 218 on the money line. Cowboys at a plus 180. So I like the under. And if you guys were in Plug Talk last week, you guys know I got royally fucked on this one. So I have not learned my lesson. All right, I'll say it right now. I have not learned my lesson, and I fucking hate you contrarian betters. I really do. I can't stand y'all because y'all are the ones who always bust my balls in my DMs, or you contrarian betters are the ones that always are in my comments telling me how wrong I am. And tonight I'm being a contrarian on this under. Like, I don't care, bro. I have to. Like, I told y'all last week that the Bengals game was going to go under, and it was ridiculously high scoring. And I keep going against the grain on these fucking Well, actually, it was only last week, but I'm doing it again this week, man. So I think the Cowboys, first of all, they do have an underrated defense. I like the Cowboys defense. I like how much pressure they put on the quarterback, right? I think we see a ton of pressure on Burrow. I think we see a lot of sacks tonight, and we know if there's a lot of sacks in a game, the chances are what? The game goes under, especially with a total at 50.5. The only reason why we're seeing a 50.5 total is because the Cowboys been playing in high scoring games and the Bengals live at the over. They are literally allergic to the under. They always find a way to pull it off. But I think the Bengals defense actually shows up and looks a lot better than they normally do. The Bengals' main issue and the reason why they give us so many points is because of their secondary. Their secondary is complete trash. But the Cowboys really don't have a passing game to begin with. They really don't. At least in my opinion, they don't. Um, the Bengals, they have gave up on their run, right? They've given up on the run. I mean, you seen last week. I think they only had like 12 attempts at running the ball in the full game. Like, that was insane, bro. There is no run game in Cincinnati. None. That is a big problem. That gives you the opportunity to hit a lot of turnovers, right? Especially when you add that with the Cowboys pressuring Burrow so much, because that's what's going to happen. I mean, the Cowboys pressure the fuck out of the quarterback. You got Burrow who don't run the ball, period. Bengals do not run the ball anymore. And on top of that, the Bengals might have one of the worst O lines in the entire NFL. Seriously. Like, if I'm wrong, y'all tell me. And we got a total of 50.5. And I can almost guarantee you the entire world is betting the over tonight. I like the under, man. So for the first time that I can say in a while, right? I'm being contrarian tonight. My VIP play is a prop in this one. So there's a couple props I like, and I really wanted to. It took me a minute to kind of come up with this one, because I was back and forth between defensive props, field goal props, and then obviously Cowboy receiving props. So I did end up rocking out with Ferguson as my VIP play. I absolutely love Ferguson tonight. I think his receiving yards are just too low. I honestly think you could probably ladder Ferguson's receiving yards tonight. I think we see a big game from him. I think we see kind of a bigger game from some of these Cowboys receivers tonight. I'm trying to stay away from CD Lamb as much as I can. I've seen CD Lamb and obviously Jamar Chase all over the board. I have not seen much on Ferguson, which I really, really like. So you can get Ferguson at a 40 plus receiving yards at a minus 135. That's my house tonight. I'm living there. So give me 40 plus for Ferguson at a minus 135. I think you guys keep this game simple. It is a primetime game, obviously. Monday Night Football. Don't go crazy. But Jake Ferguson, very low key bet tonight. You're not going to see many people on him. The price is right. The number is not out of control. I think this is where you live. Another one on the other side, in case you guys do like the Bengals, which I can't blame you at all. Um, Gesicki. You guys know how much I like Mike Gesicki. I think this is another place where you could live every game that the Bengals play. Gesicki is going to get targeted. It depends on how far does he go when he gets targeted. So I always like to just go with his receptions. If they keep his receptions where they kept them all year, which is around 2.5, live there. He clears this almost every damn number, man, or every damn game. So right now his receptions are not on the board, but when they do come on, man, if you get them at like a 2.5, I'm telling you, Mike Gesicki over 2.5 receptions. I find it to be a lot safer than taking his receiving yards. Um, but that's where I would go. I also don't think T. Higgins is another bad look on the other side for them as well. And I really don't know go on the Cowboys besides Ferguson. It just feels so right. Jake Ferguson just feels like the guy tonight, man. So I was thinking about playing him up to 70. It's a plus 330. I mean, call me crazy, but 70 plus is at a plus 330. I think it's good. I also like obviously Aubrey, best kicker in the fucking NFL, hands down. Especially with how bad, man. How bad has NFL kickers been this year? I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. It is a disgusting thing. But I love Aubrey, man. There's no doubt about it. Ezekiel Elliott has uh ridiculous stat tonight. I gotta say it because it's 30 straight December games. He has 30 straight. You heard me right. 30 straight December games. Right. He has hit 25 or more rushing yards. Elliott, 25 or more rushing yards in 30 straight December games. Guess where he's at tonight for rushing yards? 9.5. So I have to throw that out there. I'm not betting it, but you guys want to talk about value? That's fucking value. Okay? So I had to throw that out there for y'all. Obviously, when you get past like a 10-10 mark, like a 10 straight trend, it becomes more than a trend. You know what I mean? My man's at 30 straight games that he's played in December. 30 straight games that he's played in December. 25 plus fucking rushing yards. So how many games do the Cowboys play in December? 4? So do the math. You know what I mean? Uh I like it, man. I like it. 25 plus rushing yards. So you're going to get him at good plus money at that number. Even if you just take him at the 9.5, it's at a minus 110. I mean, why wouldn't you take a shot on that? I personally got all my money on the Ferguson bet. I don't have much money to gamble with tonight anyway. But if I was y'all, I would definitely take that bet. Yo, I was hoping on what game did I tell y'all that I was like, man, this could be the fucking play of the week or the play of the year. It was just last show, man. I can't remember who it was now, and I just did the video on it. But I told y'all, I was like, yo, I was like, if you got $5,000, put it on this play. Who the fuck was it? They were minus 166. I can't remember who it was, but they won. The 49ers. Duh, the fucking 49ers, man. Easy fucking win, man. Bro, I was so mad at myself, man. Like, that's the thing that sucks about being broke, y'all. Because when a play like that comes along, man, I was hoping someone was going to hit my DM and be like, bro, I unloaded on this play. Because I told y'all, people are scared of a minus 166. Bitch, if you are fucking betting, if you are a bigger better and you got 5 grand, 10 grand to spend, bro, think about it. You would have spent 10 grand on that minus 166. You would have brought back 7K. You would have brought back 7K off of 10 grand. And that's not bad at all. And that was a no sweat bet. If you would have bet 5K on that, you would have brought back 350. Like, dude, it's like that's why one day I will have my money up to where I can live in that line range. It would change my whole game. Like, if I can start betting minus 160s and minus 170s, it would change my whole game. It truly would. Like, straight bets, I mean, because right now at my bankroll, at my unit size, I can't bet them numbers. It's not worth it for me. But if I had $1,000, $2,000 bankroll, I would live in that. And I told y'all that 49ers play was like, that was the one. Like, if you were ever going to take a minus 166 money line, that was the one you slammed. I loved the 49ers the other day, yesterday. I loved them. All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here, man. Best bet of the night. You guys pick. Barrett or Ferguson. Which one y'all want? I also like the Raptors a lot as well. I also like the Raptors and Hofstra. I like a lot. I like a lot tonight. So we'll go with Ferguson. All right, we'll go with Ferguson. Take Ferguson's receiving yards over or 40 plus. Take Ferguson receiving yards 40 plus. I'm running it up. Excuse me. I'm running up to 70. RJ Barrett, I'm keeping around his regular number, which was like 23, somewhere around there. I'm keeping him there. Uh, Ezekiel Elliott, you can run him up to 25 rushing yards at really good plus money. So if you guys want some plus money, there it is. Ezekiel Elliott, 25 plus rushing yards. Take Ferguson, 70 plus receiving yards. I like uh, I like the Raptors money line, Hosford money line. That's all the plus money tonight. Big favorites. I liked Indiana, and I like Baylor. All right, man. My two VIP plays are going to be posted in the Discord in a second. You guys only got like a week left. Not even. Yeah, you got about a little less than a week. Actually, no. What's today? Monday. You got 3 days. I'm stopping Thursday. My VIPs are not going to be out anymore. For everybody, it ends Thursday. So for Thursday night football, I will have my plays back in my VIP channel. So we've been hot, man. The play of the days have been hot. So let's stick with it, man. Let's keep making money. I appreciate everyone that came in here tonight. Like I said, if I do my shows from now on, expect Plug Talk to be at 5 o'clock or later. All right, at least for the next week or two. So I'm gonna be trying different times, seeing if I can get more people in here, see if I can get more people to start like really supporting the show and helping me grow it, and we'll go from there. But like I said, man, I all I could do is keep showing up, guys. And I hate to say it because like I'm here to do this for the people that listen, and I'm never going to stop doing it because I truly not only respect you guys, for all the support you do give me, but just because I love doing this. You know what I mean? I love talking sports with y'all. I love getting on here doing it. I love it a lot more when I have someone doing it with me. The show is so much better when I have another co-host or someone. I have been looking, man. I have been looking for like a solid person that could be reliable and come on the show with me. But it's hard when you do a show 7 days a week. No one really has time for that shit, and it's understandable. Especially when you can't afford to pay someone to do it. But it is what it is, man. But like I said, all I could do is keep showing up, and sadly, the rest is kind of on you guys to help me grow to where I want to be. I can't do that on my own. All I could do is show up and do what I do. That's it. It's on you guys to be like, you know, put it out there like, yo, fucking, I hit this, I hit that, I blah blah blah. Like it's on y'all to let other people know that I'm giving out good shit in here, because if not, no one knows. I can say it all day. I can post my little flashbacks and I can be like, Plug Talk is, what do I put in my post? Plug Talk's underrated. We give out valuable information. I can say that shit until I'm blue in the face, bro, and it does not click for anyone because it's my show. It has to be a people that are not me. Plain and simple. That is the only way this show is going to grow more. The only way. All right, man. You'll have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably around like 5 o'clock for another plug talk. Let's make some money tonight, man. We got a lot of good plus money out there tonight. Um, Hopefully we have a good night. Hopefully we stay hot on these plays of the day. So let's continue to build the bankroll and continue to beat up on the books, man. Let's make tonight a winning one. And I will see you guys tomorrow around 5.